In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a tour of my needle felting studio and some of this wool that I've created for needle felting with you all, and a little bit of a channel update since I am here in Oregon, no longer in Hawaii. So let's get into it. Aloha, hi, welcome everyone. My name is Iceland and I'm your fiber artist host here on this channel, Snowflake Forest Felting. If you're new and needle felting interests you, then you are in the right place. You should hit that subscribe button. Thank you to those of you who have been subscribing, watching, leaving comments. Your support here means so much to me. And I also wanted to thank you everyone who has been sharing comments, things they want to see me create, tutorials they'd like to learn from me. I really do appreciate it, and I'm so excited to keep working on all this content for you guys. So here we are, my needle felting studio. It's not much. I wasn't sure what video should go up next. I've been wanting to share with you a tutorial on a magnolia flower for at least 3 years now. It was going to be my first video back when we got here in Oregon. I was struggling with the white wool a little bit, which led me to creating some of my own wool. I've been wanting to do that for some time too. So this summer really has been busy working on the wool, and then as well we have a lot of property outside of the house that I've just been trying to maintain. A little bit of a green thumb. I grew a garden, and I'm also homeschooling the kids, have a part-time job, so it's just been very busy. Really quick before we get into the tour, I did want to mention about the jellyfish. I know I've been talking about making a kit for you all for the longest time. I just am not there yet. I've thought about a video to go with it. Some of the supplies to make it are a little different. I didn't know whether to include them, have you seek them out, whether I wanted a PDF, just all that stuff, those tiny little details. So maybe someday that'll still happen, but for now I just kind of want to get back into making some tutorials, and that jellyfish maybe to come. I'm excited to be sharing new content with you like I mentioned, so let's get into this tour. And this is it. This is how it usually looks, how ideally it would look, because you know, studio, it's missing a little bit here. And there we go. A studio chair was needed for in here. So this table is a little bit hard to keep stuff from building up here that doesn't need to be on here, but this is clean. This is like bare minimum. As you can see, I have the kids' school book over here, my notes and stuff I need, and then usually just put my surface here. This is the project I'm working on at the moment. The exciting part. If you've been following on Instagram, you most likely know, or if you saw my post in the community area, I created my own wool colors, 6 of them. Here is 5, and felted to show you how it felts up. Look how lovely, smooth, and finished it looks. You can see here the difference. This is how you know you haven't finished felting your project enough, which is a video I'll be doing coming up at some point on this channel. I think before I get into all the boxes on the table, let's just kind of like give the rundown. So then this is everything I've ever felted that I still have. And then down below, in this tote is wool that I've bought, my backup surfaces, and that's stuff for my drum carder. So a painting over to the other side of the room. Here's more of my stuff, and I've left this just kind of the way it usually is. It's like not all set up. Like I could have unveiled my drum carder over here that's hiding, but I'm gonna leave it down in there. You'll see more of that to come, most likely in future videos. I'm obsessed. I love it. I wish I was making wool on it every day. But wool processing is a lot. My ring lights, you can tell I'm not using it in this video probably. This is a knitting project, which is kind of funny because Cyndall was just asking me this morning about it. Why aren't you doing it? It's like the only one I have left undone. I started like a decade ago. It's just still there. And this, the coolest part of the video. I can't believe we're this deep in. This was like one of the first things I wanted to show you. This is all the wool that I made. So of course there's going to be a video coming up showing you more of it, all the colors. So I have a website. If you're wanting to get any, you can get it off of it. Still have some wool in here to process. Look at that. So yeah, watch out for the video. I'll also make it like a tutorial, a teaching one, learning how to felt, so it's educational as well. There is another tote right here. Well, and there's a tote there too, but that's like finished knitted projects. But in this one that was like right here, this gray one, this is more wool that I've been working on. White, because I'd like to get a good white. Misting bottle, which I'll be doing a video coming up on like supplies and stuff as well. Carding brushes and stuff. So wool kits, these are ones, oh, I can't believe it. Been meaning to test these. These came with me like since I was in Hawaii. So these will be future videos to come, these kits. And so yeah, there's just extra stuff down in here. I have the pizza one up already. My business cards, lint brush, all that jazz. Bamboo mats for wet felting. These were when I was sending out little gift packages and stuff. More when I was making custom orders, which I haven't done as much, but I still would if someone wanted them. This is stuff that goes with my drum carder. Little brushes. I have a knife and mechanical pencils in case the needles bend, and then there's this for getting the wool off of it. We'll hop back over here. So this was my finished felted creations. Pretty cool. I'm not gonna tear that all out, but maybe if that's a future video where you just want me to like show off everything I've ever made, that might be kind of fun to do. We'll pull this one out. So this is one I'm gonna be testing on this channel. It's a felting mat as well. So I have a lot of wool in this tote. This is wool that I've bought and how I keep it organized for now. It's not ideally how I'd like to have my wool, but it does the trick. As you can see, when you have small spaces and you need to like make do, you know, with your studio. So everything is pretty handy here. In our closet is this other color of wool. I'm so excited to share this with you. This is what's going to be coming up in the next video, a needle felting tutorial, just to learn how to felt, and you can see my wool come to life. And then my felting shirts are down here. Behind the door is the stand for my lighting. For the rest of it, we have to come downstairs. Under Lucas and Sindel's homeschool totes here is stuff I don't need very often, as far as like my sheepskins are in this one, and this one is some driftwood. To be able to weigh the wool, packaging supplies, and my wool dye, carding, wash, just some of this randomness down in here. And then lastly, I have a few items in this closet. You're like, huh, what? Okay, so this is for my wool, like if I'm gonna be washing, dyeing, any of that, as well as down here, this is more wool washing, dyeing stuff, and then this round, it's so black you can barely see it, there we go, giant drying rack is hiding in this spot. Okay, so there's nothing in this box, and then in this box, some needles my coworker gave me to try, little mushroom ones I made, wool for the next project I've been meaning to do for like a year now, my SnowflakeForest pins, some little wool pieces. That was from Allison Porter's little mushroom house I made, star, cookie cutter, my needle felting pins. I plan to do a video sharing more about those, the molds. I used to have more of these molds, but I think I gave them away in a giveaway. Oh, I kept the snowflakes. I haven't done those yet, and the hedgehog and mushrooms and acorns. I made those on a custom hat and extra string. So that's that box. In this box is just my sewing kit, scissors from when I was like 8 years old, and my doll needles. Oh, and look, a little Hawaii shell, a little bead holder. Next up is the cigar box. I got this in like Hersheytown, Pennsylvania, somewhere Amish country, back kind of like in the 5th grade. It's a little like, yeah, that comes off the hinge. Oh, I forgot I put stickers in here. Oops. Okay, this is just some knitting needles, my scissors, and even my crochet hooks. What else we got in here? Random notes. So just some needles, Disney stuff, bookmarks, snowflake bookmark, all of that. That's from like my childhood. Oh yeah, my ring counter. Oh, and look down here, my little stitch markers. Obsessed. Love it. I just have more of these little stitch markers, like a red owl or something. I wish I'd saved them. It's hard though to have so much stuff. Okay, shell stitch marker. I should show you my mermaid hook while we're here. I'm just a little obsessed with her. Can't get it to focus. There we go. Just a J hook. So beautiful. I need to make more stuff with it. Never enough time. A few of my business cards handy because those are super important. And now in this box, oh, this is just jewelry and stuff. Okay, so nothing felting in there. And this one, oh, this is beads and stuff. Oh, and magnets, like, so if you're gonna hang a little felted magnet. And that looks, oh yeah, and some mascara wands, because those are important. Oh, and then look, a little Hawaii fish thing. Oh, and a few more business cards. I used to have a really awesome bead collection. I got rid of it before we went to Hawaii. Should have kept it for Sindel. Is what it is, though. You can't hold on to everything forever. My little camera holder for filming. That thing's pretty awesome. I wish I used it more. Okay, so this one, this folder is stuff for Iceland Odette. That was when I started school. And then this is my SnowflakeForest felting folder. So, like, no joke, I have some serious stuff planned for this channel, so don't go anywhere. Someday I promise to get to it. And then it flooded over so much into another folder. So felting stuff is legit, although I know it seems like I'm probably always putting videos up on Iceland Odette. Just the way it goes. Kids keep you busy. And so that's that. My wool felting studio. It doesn't take much, you know, just a table and a couple totes. But that's it, my studio tour. You might have noticed the art has changed in here some. Micah sold a painting, so we hung a new painting. And I still have my jellyfish up over there. Alright, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, learned something new. Maybe this will help you know how to set up your studio, or if you're in a transition moving phase like I was, the best way to store it, move it around, keep it consolidated, and not have it everywhere taking up too much space. Don't forget, in the next video I'm going to be sharing with you felting with my wool. It's just so exciting. I created a line of wool. Like I've been saying, I can't wait to add more colors to it and see the creations that you guys can felt with this wool too. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. It's been wonderful to see this community grow, and the support really does mean so much to me here. Thanks are also open on this channel, so you can hit that button too if you wanted. Also, don't forget all the links down in the description below. Don't forget to check out my website. Drop a comment if there's something you'd like to see me felt next, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Aloha, mahalo, bye!